So we're here at Solar and Storage Live at NEC in Birmingham 2023, and I'm with Jason at SolarEdge. Jason's going to say a few words to let customers know why SolarEdge is one of the premium products on the solar market right now. Jason.
Yes, of course. So the first one that springs to mind is that it's a standard that everybody else should be reaching. SolarEdge is well known for its safety. It's also monitoring. It's got exceptionally good history for warranties. We've had systems in the UK for over 12 years now, so they're still working fine with their 12-year warranty. You can always extend the warranties for the inverter to 25 years. So for probably the third of the price of an inverter, you're buying an inverter for 25 years. Now, if you were to use a traditional inverter, you would have to buy 4 of those because they have an average warranty of 7 years. So you're looking at buying four inverters for that time. So you've got the warranties, you've got the safety. Not only have you got the Safety C, you've also got the Sense Connect, which is a new release on the power optimizers. It's the S series, and it has a temperature sensor on one of the smaller, shorter leads. That should there be an increase in temperature, the inverter will detect that along with the optimizer and shut the system down using Safety C. So Safety C allows the inverter to drop from 400 volts down to 1 volt per optimizer, so incredibly safe. It has a heartbeat signal that flows around the cable, so power line communication. And what this does is, if you were to interrupt that cable, you were to cut it, or if the cable was to come unplugged, or simply if you switch the inverter off or the AC off, the power line cable signal will then be stopped, the heartbeat will then stop, the optimizer will then go from whatever voltage it was doing down to 1 volt, making it incredibly safe. So the main thing is the warranty, the safety. We've also got the actual monitoring, and it's like driving in a car. When you get in your car now, the first thing you do is to check, make sure you've got fuel for your journey. You make sure that you've got no warning lights. You make sure that everything is safe, and that's pretty much what the monitoring does. It's free for life from the day you installed it. You can go back and see from 12 years ago or 14 years ago what was happening on that day. You've got an accurate measure, you can analyse, you can see exactly what's going on. And with the monitoring, the support, you can contact SolarEdge at any time should you feel that maybe your inverter isn't performing as it should, or your system might not be doing exactly what you think it should do. Support will be more than helpful to dial into that inverter, to look at the faults, and they can tell you exactly what's going on. It could be something simple as just cleaning your modules. The other thing with SolarEdge is the ability to add on. So with the inverter and the power optimizer, you can add a meter. That meter will give you import and export information on your monitoring. That's also certificated to G100 issue 2 Amendment 2, which came out on the 1st of May for both import and export. That also allows you to control other devices such as your battery charging from AC charging using time of use, so cheaper rate electricity. You've also got the option of adding an EV charger, smart devices such as hot water device, a smart switch, a smart socket, and also your option of a load controller for controlling your heat pump, so your relay and your heat pump.
Could you just elaborate more on the smart switch? What's that?
Yes.
When's that coming out?
So smart switches are pretty much out now. We released the first version, which was Zigbee controlled, and now we've released the second version, which is part of the home network. So it's a home network communication. So we have a smart switch is inline device that would basically turn on off as and when you want, schedule or XSPV. The smart plug works in a very similar way, but what it does is you plug a device into it. The smart hot water is basically a hot water device that connects to your element. Unlike the other two, it will ramp up from 0 wattage to 3 kilowatts because it's a resistive load. And the last one is the load controller, which is switches the relays on your heat pump to control your heating. Yeah.
Now, I heard from somewhere else in the show today that apparently SolarEdge can tap into the directly DC into electric vehicle batteries.
Yes, so
is that something you're allowed to talk about?
That's something that was released in Into Solar this year. It's the DC EV charger. It will be on the DC side of the inverter. The beauty of that is with the SolarEdge inverter, you can oversize it to 200%, so it makes it even better to have more modules on your roof. This allows you to have excess DC energy, not only to go into your battery, but also now into your DC EV charger.
So DC directly into the car.
Absolutely.
What's the advantage of DC over AC into the car?
Efficiency. You're not changing from DC to AC and then back again, so efficiency is a lot better. For you as a homeowner, the more modules you put on the roof, the more excess you have, means that that can go directly into your car, regardless of what size your inverter is. So if it's a 3.68 inverter, you can have 7.2 kilowatts on the roof. This means that 3.68 can still go to your home, and the other 3.68 can go to the battery or to the electric vehicle.
Okay, is there a limit on the DC to DC with a vehicle?
At the moment, it's still early days as to where, what cars will be supported. To my knowledge, there are only a handful of cars that actually support vehicle to grid or vehicle to home. But that will soon become very clear in the next couple of months. We'll see some more information about it. But the product's here, the concept's here, and that's the route we're going down to have an EV charger on a DC bus because of efficiency.
Yeah, and is that different to the AC charger? Because I saw the AC one just around the corner there.
Yes, so it would still charge from the AC via the inverter. The AC charger is limited to only be one way, whereas the DC charger will be bi-directional. So you'll be able to power your home from your car with a DC EV charger, whereas you can't with the AC one.
But it's not out at this moment because of manufacturers, vehicle manufacturers?
It's just it's something we released something into Solar, and it will be out next year. So in 6 months' time, middle of next year, you'll have a DC EV charger. Yeah.
Okay. You touched on safety there with, and actually I knew that SolarEdge has got some sort of fire preventive, arc fault detection. I didn't realise it has temperature sensors,
yes,
before connectors.
Yes.
So it can already detect if it's getting hot,
absolutely,
and then it shuts that panel off to prevent a fire.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So we've got the arc fault detection, which nearly every inverter has arc fault detection, but the beauty of the SolarEdge one is you can turn the inverter off. Not only does it detect there's an arc, but it stops the arc from continuing.
Is that, so for domestic customers, is that something that they should be aware of?
So PV is a safe product. Don't be frightened by it. PV is very safe, but you can make things safer. It's like a car. You have seat belts, but then some cars have airbags, some cars have ABS. It's that sort of thing. Technology. So we are the safest. We've got the Sense Connect, we've got the Safety C, we've got the arc fault detection.
Yeah, can't get much safer.
No. And there's only one thing that I didn't tell you about was the backup interface.
Ah, yes.
So with the Home Hub inverter and the battery, the SolarEdge Home Battery 400 volt battery, you can add the backup interface, which we've got a demonstration of in the Installer Hub.
Is that out now?
Yes, out now, yeah.
We can buy that today?
Absolutely, yes. Yes. So you pop that with your Home Hub inverter, and that allows you to go into backup mode for a 3.68 inverter, for example. We mentioned before, oversizing to 7.2 kilowatt. In a backup environment, that will give you 6 kilowatts of power. Now that's more than enough to last you in an emergency.
So 3.68 kilowatt inverter will give you 6 kilowatts of backup off of the...
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And also with the DC EV charger coming out, the possibilities of backup are that you'll be able to connect your car should there be an issue and you're off grid due to a fault, that you can connect your car to the DC EV charger and power your home from your car.
it doesn't stop. It's just endless, like this technology. And just to touch on the safety voltages there, that's I mean it's something that people shouldn't be afraid of, like of the electricity that comes out of DC. But if an issue did ever happen, if you didn't have something like a SolarEdge optimizer in your panel, the shock voltage is basically fatal. With the SolarEdge optimizers, it drops to 1 volt per panel. So that might be, if you've got 5 panels, it's 5 volts. That's the same as a USB charger. So it's incredibly safe stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for maintenance, you can turn off the inverter by switching the toggle switch underneath. Wait 5 minutes just for a caution, and you can then go on your roof. You can mess about with your tiles. You can move the modules. Unlike a traditional system, you won't have that level of control. You won't be able to do that.
And the app's pretty useful as well, pretty easy to use.
Yes, so the My SolarEdge app is free to everybody. You can control your battery, you control your smart devices, you can control your EV charger, and you can monitor all the other devices on there as well. So it gives you peace of mind. Should there be an issue, you'll get an alert email saying that whatever the problem was, you can open a case from there directly, you can contact support directly, your installer can contact support. It's just to make everything as easy as possible for the homeowner.
And how long has SolarEdge been around for?
SolarEdge started in 2006. We've been in the UK since 2010. We've had inverters installed 2010 onwards. So as I said, we've got installations over 12 years. Globally, we're in 36 countries. We've got an awful lot of monitoring sites.
Yeah, no, it's the real deal. So
absolutely.
Yeah, thanks. Anything else to add?
I think that's everything. Just enjoy SolarEdge. Yeah, enjoy it as much as I do.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.